Let me tell you something. Right now, in this very moment, India is not just moving forward, it is charging ahead like a locomotive with no brakes. Every single day, breakthrough, a new idea, a new innovation. It's like watching a nation transform into a giant of technology before our very eyes. People around the world, they are noticing. They are watching the engineers, the scientists, the dreamers, the young minds who are refusing to accept limits. They see the fire, the hunger, the discipline. They see that this is not just a country making gadgets or writing code. This is a country building the future. And when you grow this fast, when you climb this high, the world takes notice. Some admire you and some get nervous. They feel that pressure in their chest. They know if they slow down for even a moment, you're going to pass them. That's the reality. But here's the truth. Fear from others should never make you stop. It should fuel you. It should make you push harder, dream bigger, run faster. Because this is just the beginning. The world is changing. India is not just part of the change, India is leading it. Right now, in this very moment, something incredible is happening. India is not just moving forward, breaking through every wall that once stood in its way. This is not a slow walk, a sprint powered by the dreams of over 1 billion people who refuse to settle for good enough. Every day, every hour, new ideas are being born here. Ideas that are not just changing the way we live, but the way the entire world thinks about the future. When you look at the landscape of technology today, you can see a shift, wave, and that wave has India written all over it. There's an energy in the air. You can feel it in the streets, in the classrooms, in the startups, in the research labs. Energy of a country that knows exactly where it wants to go. It's the energy of ambition. And when ambition is matched with hard work, the results are unstoppable. About the phones in our hands, the satellites in the sky, the software that runs businesses, hospitals, schools. India's fingerprints are on all of it. Young minds are building apps that connect millions. Engineers are designing systems that power the biggest companies in the world. Scientists are pushing boundaries in space and medicine. This is not just participation in the tech race, this is leadership. And leadership does not come by accident. It comes from discipline, from focus, from a culture that values knowledge and innovation. It comes from people who are willing to work late nights and early mornings, who are willing to sacrifice comfort today for greatness tomorrow. It comes from a fire inside that says, "We will not stop until we are the best." That fire is burning brighter than ever in India right now. The progress we're seeing is not measured only in numbers or in charts. It's measured in confidence. Confidence that the next big breakthrough could come from a small town, from a young boy or girl with a laptop and a dream. Confidence that no matter what the world says, the people of this country can and will rise to meet any challenge. Confidence is the real strength of India's tech revolution. Look around and you will see examples everywhere. Students writing code that wins global competitions. Startups attracting investments from across the globe. Cities transforming into hubs of innovation. Even the smallest ideas are being nurtured and given the chance to grow into something huge. That's the magic. Giving every mind, every dream, to breathe and the resources to fly. And when this much progress happens so fast, people notice. They watch closely. They pay attention. They ask themselves, how is this possible? They see a country that not long ago was seen as a follower in technology, now becoming a leader. And deep down, they know this kind of growth doesn't happen unless there is something powerful driving it. That power is the will of the people, the hunger to be better, belief that tomorrow can always be greater than today. What's happening now is bigger than just technology. It's about identity. About showing the world that a nation can write its own destiny, no matter where it starts from. That a country can go from dreaming of change to becoming the very change the world talks about. It's about taking control of the future, instead of waiting for someone else to hand it to you. Every time a new breakthrough comes out of India, every time a young innovator stands on a global stage, it sends a message: We are here, we are ready, and we are not slowing down. This is the heartbeat of a nation that has found its rhythm and refuses to lose it. The story of a country that is not just keeping pace with the world, starting to set the pace. The unstoppable momentum of Indian innovation is like a force of nature. Once it starts, there's no way to hold it back. Watching a river that has grown too wide and too deep to be contained by its banks. Every new day, every new sunrise brings a fresh wave of ideas, projects, breakthroughs that move faster than anyone imagined. And the most exciting part, this momentum isn't slowing down, it's speeding up. What we are seeing right now is not a one-time spark. It's not a moment that comes and goes. This is a chain reaction. One innovation inspires another, one success fuels the next, one breakthrough opens the door for 10 more. When a country builds that kind of energy, when it stacks win after win, it becomes unstoppable. Is exactly what's happening in India right now. You can see it in the eyes of the young entrepreneurs who are turning coffee shop ideas into billion-dollar companies. You can hear it in the determination of students who stay up through the night, not because they have to, but because they can't stop thinking about their next project. You can feel it in the air when you walk into a tech hub in Bengaluru, Hyderabad, Pune, or Gurugram. It's electric, it's alive, it's the heartbeat of a nation on the move. And this isn't happening only in big cities. The momentum is spreading to smaller towns and rural areas where people are using technology to solve real problems, connecting farmers to markets, bringing education to children in remote areas, small businesses the tools to compete on a global scale. Innovation in India is not limited to a few, it is reaching everyone. That's why it's so powerful. That's why it can't be stopped. This unstoppable momentum comes from a mindset shift. The belief that you don't have to wait for the future to come to you. You can build it yourself. It's the courage to take risks, to try something new, to fail and get up again without losing your spirit. In the past, people might have waited for someone else to lead the way, but now they are leading. They are setting the trends, they are making the rules, and they are creating a future that the rest of the world will follow. Technology in India is no longer about imitation. It's about invention. It's about creating things the world has never seen before. Whether it's in artificial intelligence, space exploration, clean energy, or healthcare, the ideas coming out of India are not just keeping up with the rest of the world, they are redefining what's possible. And once you start to redefine what's possible, you can never go back to the old way of thinking. Every time an Indian innovation makes global headlines, it adds more fuel to the fire. It tells every young dreamer that they can make an impact. It tells them that their background, their resources, or their starting point does not define their limit. Only limit is the size of their imagination and the strength of their work ethic. And in India today, imagination is limitless and the work ethic is unmatched. Kind of momentum has a ripple effect far beyond technology. It inspires confidence in the economy. It attracts investment from around the globe. It makes young people believe they can stay in their own country and still achieve world-class success. It changes the way the world looks at India. Not as a follower, not as a service provider, but as a leader in innovation. And when a nation builds that kind of speed, that kind of drive, it becomes very hard for anyone to compete with it. You can't slow down people who refuse to quit. You can't stop a culture that celebrates progress and rewards creativity. You can't block a nation that's already running at full speed with no plans to hit the brakes. That's the unstoppable momentum we are seeing, and it's only going to get stronger. Across the world, eyes are turning toward India. People are beginning to realize that something extraordinary is happening here. No longer just a country known for its culture, history, and traditions. Now it is becoming a powerhouse of technology, a center of creativity, and a leader in innovation. The recognition is spreading from boardrooms in Silicon Valley to universities in Europe, from tech conferences in Tokyo to investment hubs in the Middle East. The world is paying attention and the world is impressed. This recognition isn't given easily. earned through years of dedication, hard work, and vision. It's earned when nations see your engineers leading projects that change lives, when your scientists publish research that shifts global thinking, and when your entrepreneurs build products that solve problems across continents. Every achievement from India sends a ripple across the globe, and with each ripple, respect grows stronger. You can hear it in the way people talk about India now. No longer a question of whether India can compete. It's about how fast India will lead. International media is highlighting breakthroughs coming from Indian startups. Government policies are being studied as models, and global investors are rushing to be part of the story. It's a transformation that the world cannot ignore. The results speak louder than any prediction. Recognition also comes from the way India is impacting lives far beyond its own borders. From affordable medicines that save lives in Africa, to satellite technology that supports weather prediction in Asia, software that powers businesses in America, Indian innovation is touching people in every corner of the planet. This is not just local growth, this is global impact. When you make an impact at that scale, you don't have to shout for recognition. It comes naturally. But what makes this recognition so powerful is that it is rooted in respect for the people behind the progress. The world sees the long hours, the persistence after failures, creativity in solving problems with limited resources, and the hunger to always reach higher. They see the young graduates who choose to build instead of wait, entrepreneurs who take risks despite uncertainty, and the scientists who dream of possibilities beyond the horizon. Is the image of India that is now being projected across the globe, a nation of doers, dreamers, and leaders. Even in the most competitive global industries, Indian talent stands out. In technology, in engineering, in medicine, in finance, the contributions are undeniable. Many of the world's biggest companies have leaders who were born, educated, or inspired in India. And this is not just a coincidence, it is the result of a culture that values knowledge, discipline, and resilience. It's the result of millions of families encouraging education, millions of young people chasing skills, and a society that has learned how to turn challenges into opportunities. The recognition is also fueled by something deeper: trust. The world is beginning to trust India as a partner in innovation. Countries are forming alliances, companies are opening research centers, and global projects are placing critical responsibilities in Indian hands. This trust is precious because once you have it, doors begin to open that were once locked. Trust turns recognition into influence, and influence shapes the future. This new global attention is not just about pride, it's about opportunity. Every bit of recognition becomes a stepping stone to bigger projects, bigger investments, and bigger dreams. It creates a cycle. The more the world notices India's achievements, the more opportunities come in, and the more achievements India delivers back to the world. That cycle is now in full motion, and it is unstoppable. And so the recognition India is gaining today is not a temporary wave. It's not a trend that will fade away. The beginning of a new era, where India's name will be permanently written alongside the leaders of innovation, where its contributions will shape the path of technology, and where its voice will be heard in every conversation about the future. The world has noticed, and they are not going to forget. There is a new kind of pride rising in the hearts of the people. It's not just the pride of knowing where you come from, it's the pride of knowing where you are going. Across the streets of busy cities and the quiet lanes of small towns, a shared feeling, we are building something great, and the whole world is starting to see it. That pride is powerful. It changes the way you walk, the way you work, the way you dream. It gives you a sense of purpose, a reason to wake up every morning ready to give your best. This pride doesn't come from empty words or speeches. It comes from real achievements. It comes from knowing that the apps people use every day, the medicines that save lives, the satellites that circle the Earth, research that changes industries. Many of them are made, designed, or powered by Indian minds. It comes from knowing that what you do in your workplace, your lab, your classroom is not just for you. It is for your country, for your people, and for the generations that will follow. There is a determination here that is hard to describe unless you've seen it up close. It's in the student who studies late at night under a single light bulb because they believe knowledge can change their life. In the farmer who uses new technology to grow more crops, not just for profit, but to feed more families. In the young coder who works tirelessly to turn a small idea into something that could help millions. This determination is the fuel that drives progress, is burning brighter than ever. When a nation begins to believe in its own strength, nothing can stop it. That belief is now deeply rooted in India. People are not waiting for someone else to come and show them the way. They are creating the way themselves. They are not waiting for perfect conditions or unlimited resources. They are using what they have and making it enough. That's the power of determination. It takes what looks like a limitation and turns it into an advantage. And this determination is not just in the hands of a few. It is everywhere. It's in the teachers who push their students to think beyond the textbook. It's in the workers who take pride in their craft, knowing that quality matters. In the scientists who refuse to stop at good results because they believe great results are possible. It's in the parents who sacrifice their own comfort to make sure their children have the tools to succeed. This collective effort builds a force that cannot be ignored. The pride and determination of the Indian people is not loud or arrogant. It is steady, consistent, and focused. It's not about showing off, it's about showing results. When results speak, the whole world listens. This is why global recognition is growing. This is why opportunities are pouring in. Determination here is proving to be stronger than any challenge, more persistent than any obstacle. What makes this spirit even more inspiring is that it is not born from comfort, it is born from struggle. It is shaped by years of working through difficulties, by finding creative solutions when the odds were against us, by learning to adapt and grow no matter the situation. This is a kind of strength you cannot buy, built over time through real experiences, and it is passed from one generation to the next like a priceless inheritance. Every step forward adds to that sense of pride. New success strengthens that determination, and the combination of these two forces, pride in what has been achieved and determination to achieve even more, is what will carry India to heights the world has never seen before. When a nation works with this mindset, not just participate in the future, it creates the future. And right now, that is exactly what is happening here.